Hey, what's up everybody? It's me, Jordan, and I'm back with another inking video. In this video, I'll be doing the line work for a new creepypasta I'm going to be working on. I'm going to keep it a surprise for now. Maybe you guys can guess which creepypasta it is. I think there's a few creepy clown stories because, let's be honest, clowns are really disturbing. I just don't understand who thought clowns were a good idea. And especially for kids, like, they're just terrifying. With their face paint and their weird outfits, and then they talk with some weird voice. How is that fun at all? That's just a recipe for nightmares and mental scarring. That's why people are disturbed these days. They're scarred from these clowns that came to their birthdays. Traumatized. I don't think I ever had any clowns at my birthday parties, so I don't know what messed me up. Clowns are just disturbing, especially now. I don't really know what the hell's going on at the moment, I'll be completely honest. I kind of live under a rock when it comes to all this, like, social trends and whatever that's happening. And the creepy clowns, I don't really watch the videos, so I don't know. I think people are just trying to scare each other. I don't really get the appeal of dressing up as a clown and standing around at night in the cold, waiting to scare someone. Potentially getting shot or stabbed, depending on what country you're from. Shout out to my American viewers. In Australia, would just get stabbed or smashed across the head with a beer bottle. So, I don't know which one is less painful. I haven't experienced either, luckily, so I'm not an expert on that. Probably beats getting shot though. But like I said before, I haven't had a chance to watch any of these clown videos, so I don't really know what they're about. Maybe there's some funny ones and they're really creative. I don't really know, or maybe they're just these dickheads dressing up as clowns, annoying people, which is probably the case, let's be honest. I've just been so busy working on new drawings and editing, it's just been consuming my life.
Help me, I'm being forced to edit videos.
Shut up.
Shit.
Get back to work.
This video today nearly didn't happen. I've been so busy working on my Nina the Killer creepypasta video. It just took so long, but I finished it. I finally got it done. And the reason why it took so long is because I was actually changing the story. For any of you guys who have read the Nina the Killer creepypasta, if we want to call it that, you know how terrible it is. It's basically unreadable. I think it's been pretty crudely translated from Spanish. I don't know if it was written very well in the first place, and then it's been translated, and it just barely makes any sense. You have to have deciphering skills just to understand what they're trying to say. I took a short summary of the story, which I found, and then I expanded upon that. I've pretty much just changed the whole story. It's got the basic ideas behind it, but I've changed the kind of events in the story. So I really hope you guys who had a passionate hatred for Nina the Killer, which is kind of justified, let's be honest, check it out anyway because I've changed the story. I pretty much did the same thing that I did with my creepypasta video that I made, where I kind of made it up as I went along. I did a similar thing for Nina's story. It's a much longer story though. The video is around 15 minutes, so there's still quite a bit to it. I think the story gets better as it goes along. When I started out, I was going to keep it pretty short and just kind of have it as a summary of the story. But then as I got into it, I started expanding upon it more, changing the story up a bit more as well to try and make it more interesting. So I definitely think if you kind of stick with that video, it gets better by the end. And I think it's got a pretty cool ending and stuff. And hopefully you enjoy it. If anything, I think the drawing's really cool as well. So if you still hate Nina, even after I did my best to fix it up, hopefully you'll at least enjoy the drawing. I had a lot of fun drawing Nina, and a lot of you guys wanted to see a female creepypasta character, and that's what I did, so I think it looks really cool, and I really hope you guys check it out and enjoy it. But that video just took a really long time, and I was working on it last night. I'm recording this audio on Monday, so you guys will be seeing it on Tuesday, the day after, so I'm recording the audio and then I've got to get to editing straight after this, so I've been pretty pressed with time. I was just up late last night finishing off the Nina the Killer video, and it takes so long. It's just the editing. The drawing's the easy part. The drawing doesn't take that long in comparison to the editing, the commentary, all of that stuff. A lot of stuff goes into these videos which you guys probably wouldn't even notice. Just some of the effects and stuff I put in there. Probably a little bit stupid because honestly I put in all these effects and then I put the music on top of that, and sometimes the music just drowns out the effects, and they're kind of just a waste of time, but I must just love wasting my time then. I don't know. I just try and make it the best I can. I'm trying to improve them. I know they're not always perfect. Sometimes I put stupid effects in there which just aren't necessary and probably are annoying. I'll probably try and tone that down a little bit. I'm sorry guys, but it seemed like the right thing to do at the time. The main inspiration for this piece is Twisty from American Horror Story. I just love the design of that character. He looks so cool and creepy, so I kind of brought some of those design elements into this, like the stitched on face kind of thing, and the hairstyle, although this hairstyle is pretty common for clowns. The good old 3-tuft hairstyle. Why don't people in real life have this hairstyle? It looks pretty good to me. Child predator alert hairstyle, more like it. Okay, that's too far. You can't make jokes about that. Moving on. This Friday's video is going to be a narrated version of my white with red drawing, so the creepy eye, and then I'll be talking about some cool stuff. I kind of have a bit of a ramble and a rant. I saw the new Blair Witch movie recently. Spoiler alert, I didn't like it very much, so I'll be talking about that. Plus a bunch of other stuff. I think it's a pretty cool video. I know you guys have probably seen the drawing, but I kind of talk a little bit about the drawing as well. Not that much, honestly. Maybe in the future I'll do a video which is more dedicated to the actual art process. I kind of just like talking about completely random stuff, which is just relevant to me in these videos. It's more entertaining for me than actually step by step trying to explain how I do these drawings. Maybe some of you guys want to see that, so maybe in a future video I'll dedicate it more to the actual art process itself. If you guys are interested, that is. I get a lot of messages these days with people saying, teach me to draw and give me some tips please, I'm just starting out. And I don't know if you guys realize or not, but it is really hard to just give some advice to people through a message. Like there's nothing I can type that is actually going to help you out. I keep saying it's all about practice. You learn this stuff by doing it yourself and learning through experience. You can definitely pick up techniques, but you're going to pick that up by watching the videos and watching what I'm doing and then thinking about it and applying it yourself. I can't really explain all the processes, the steps that are involved, and even if I did, that's not going to magically make you a better artist. Everything that I've learnt is from applying it myself. No one's ever taught me how to use Copics. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos back when I first started, but even then, they weren't really tutorials. They were just like speed paints with music playing, which used to be the thing back in the day. No commentaries or anything like that. So definitely, you're gonna learn through practice. So I'm sorry if I can't send you guys messages and just teach you all of the ways that I've learnt. It just doesn't work like that, unfortunately. I've just got to make that really clear. It all comes down to practice. You don't need to go to fancy art schools. You don't need to watch all these tutorials. They can help, but at the end of the day, you've got to be drawing a lot, and that's what's going to make you improve. There aren't any shortcuts. Not with art. It doesn't work like that. So just put in the practice and you'll get better. Simple as that. I'm definitely not having a go at any of you guys who have asked me for drawing tips or advice. I'm honestly flattered that you guys value my opinion that much. I'm just trying to explain it's really hard for me to give an answer to you guys which is actually helpful. And I completely understand where you guys are coming from because I was the same. The only difference was I was probably too shy to ask other artists for help, for advice. I thought, well, why would they care? I'm just some nobody. Why would they bother responding? I try and treat people with an equal amount of respect. It's just getting to a stage now where I can't respond to everyone. I'm getting Instagram messages all the time, YouTube comments and stuff, and it is too much for me to respond to. And if I did respond to everything, it would just be a half-assed comment just saying thanks, and you know, what's the point? I'd rather kind of take the time to respond to you guys through my videos and where I can actually talk and explain where I'm coming from, and hopefully answer stuff through these videos and help you guys out through this content, which benefits everyone, not just me spending hours responding to individual people. So if you guys would be interested in me making a Q&A style video every now and again, let me know in the comments and I might turn it into a semi-regular thing. I'm not too sure, I haven't really done one before, so I don't really know. But I think that would be a good way for me to answer a lot of the questions that I often get on a regular basis, so I don't have to keep repeating myself, and then I can just point people towards that video if they ask a question, and I can give a more in-depth response to it, so it'll be more helpful for you guys as well. Make sure to follow me on Instagram if you haven't already, because if I start doing the Q&A videos, I'll probably make a post on my Instagram page and just get you guys to comment the questions that you might have, and then I'll take them from there and answer some of them. I'll probably take some from YouTube as well, but I don't know yet, we'll see what happens. But definitely check it out anyway, because I'm posting heaps of new art and works in progress, so there's lots of cool stuff there if you enjoy my art, so go follow me. That is about it for this drawing. Hopefully you guys like how it's looking so far. It's a little bit different from my other stuff, kind of more creepy. I draw a lot of creepy stuff, but I try and keep it looking kind of nice. I don't know if that makes sense, but a bunch of the characters I've drawn, basically they look like psychopaths, but girls still think they look hot. I don't think anyone thinks this dude looks hot. No offense to this dude. He's ugly and he's creepy, so it's a bit different. I have no idea where I was going with that. All I'm saying is there's no way this guy's gonna have fangirls like Jeff the Killer. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's gonna be a cool one to color. The story will be coming soon as well, once I finish a bunch of the other projects. Ben Drowned is coming as well, guys. I will be coloring that soon. That's probably the next one I'll work on. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. And like always, I will catch you guys next week in next week's drawing video. I was always told it was just a nightmare and it would soon pass. But whenever I slept, I would have these reoccurring dreams of a figure shrouded in darkness. At first I couldn't really make out his shape. It was more of just a rough silhouette.